Hey guys, Sunstreaker Wozza here, and welcome to mine and Texas video about every bot rated for HQ18 for 2023. So, big thank you for Tex for helping me out again with these videos.
Yeah, no, it's good to be back, man.
So we did this video back in, I think it was October last year, sort of when we first started going through HQ18, and we sort of predicted
Yeah.
what bots we think would work well for HQ18. Obviously, a lot has
Mm.
happened since then, so I thought it'd be a good idea for us to go back and compare. But we're kind of doing a bit blind, so we're gonna
Mm.
do our top 10 bots now for HQ18 as it is right now, HQ18 Phase 2. And then we're going to go back and see what we sort of predicted and maybe why that's changed. I thought it'd be a good
For
idea to
sure.
do. So,
And then we can do another phase three.
yeah, yeah, if anything changes, yeah, you never know. We'll see. But, so, straight off the bat, so who have we got in 10th place for yourself, Tex?
Um, I've got your favorite bot, Bumblebee.
Bumblebee, interesting.
So yeah, I got Bumblebee in 10th. I just the way that we're shifting in this new HQ era is it's about point management. It's about trying to combo, trying to start off a bit early with the pathing and whatnot. And for me, this guy ticks all the boxes as long as you equip him well with combats and cores. So
And my 10th place, interesting enough, is Pup.
oh,
So,
that's an odd
I
one.
know. So, I just feel like that HP's going through the roof now with HQ18.2, and I don't think everyone's going to be able to get through there. And I've sort of said this in previous HQ, but you know, improvements, increases of 17, 16. But I really do think that we're going to see more sacks, even with the improvements of flare mines. I still think we'll see cup being used, and especially for cup pulls. I think we'll see more of
Yeah, I
that.
was gonna
With
say
them.
it's more of a
Yeah, it is a bit of a gimmick, but I can see it happening more. Even people in my alliance are sort of using that on some heavy front loaded bases, and it's worked well. Like to see it, like it's worked. So I can still see it being viable for HQ18.2, for especially for those that
yeah.
haven't got the power to power through the base. So people are quite clever, getting through these bases on little crazy little techniques like this, and it's quite impressive to see them get through that. You're like, yeah,
Hey, if it works, it works.
yeah.
That's how it is.
So your ninth place bot.
The person to combo with Bumblebee, Brawn.
Oh, interesting.
It quite new, and it's the whole again costs 4+0 can they're doing one-shotting stuff that's under EMP effect, and I think again with the increase of health on a lot of these buildings, even a blue creme, anything that's under EMP effect, it's just one shot from this guy. I just can't let this guy sit too long. Just keep leveling him up, and yeah, you'll understand.
And my ninth place pick is Blur. I'm not doing this over the top 10 bots I want to use. I'm saying this is top
Mm,
10 bots that if I was advising someone, they
yeah,
said to me, should I level this guy? Do you think he's useful? Then yeah, I think so. We're not talking events, we're not talking leveling, we're talking HQ18, we're talking wars. I still think it's a place for sack. I know we've had the adjustments, and I think it's more balanced now with the flare mines getting a buff, but I still think there's a use for him. Even with that
yeah,
like backdoor sort of attack, I've sort of tried it, but I've not been successful. But I know there's people out there that can do it to a great effect, and
yeah.
if they can get around that, and back, I think backdoors will come back.
I just think sack will change. It
Yeah.
won't go away. I think it'll just change the way that you go about sacking a base. And yeah, I think Blue is definitely a very strong bot in 5 star. So yeah, he's got the stuff to do it.
Your eighth place.
I've got my hacker, and that's Perceptor.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah, I mean, look, for me, he jumped up onto the list. I wasn't on it, I'm pretty sure, last time, and it's because of his G1 core. Is essentially bringing the Liege core along with him. So you bring an extra than any other bot can hold. So I love that extra stuff, and a bit of protection to your team if something happens. 13 seconds. I just love it. So it's just handy support little bot to have, and given the some people are not setting their base up correctly, shall I say,
Well,
and just asking to be
that's
hacked.
what I was going to ask. So, is this just with that Megatronus core in sort of your mind, or do you not think that once people cotton onto this and start not sort of putting it on the sense that can be hacked, do you think that percentage would fall off the list though, or would it still be relevant?
No, I think it still be relevant. Like I said, you're not going out there thinking I wish to hack a MDS, a shock. I'm targeting beam lasers, autocannons, spider mines. Um, it's still a long hack. It's two things that are not on your team and are doing damage to defenses, helping me attack. So look, it's played into your team. It's a support bot. It's not a pathing bot. Um, but if people set their bases up incorrectly with certain Megatronus cores, yeah, hey, look, shoot him out front, weaken a whole base. It's worth sacrificing for maybe 2 hits and a whole base is gone, right?
And my eighth placed is Rust Dust. And I think you see where that
Ooh.
is going. But I think that she's only low down on the list, maybe not higher, because without the combo, she's not that
Yeah.
effective. She needs that other bot to combo with. And I think that if you have that other bot, then yeah, she needs to. I'd be like, no, listen, go and get Rust Dust. Go and level her. If you don't have that other bot, I wouldn't really bother. So she's dependent on something else. But can be good.
No, I like it. I like it. It's cheap. She's cheap.
Hmm. Seventh place?
I've got the heavy hit, Twin Twist.
Hmm.
For me, yeah, I was tempted to put this guy higher. For me, there's a lot more other bots that are the core of what I think people should have. Um, this guy's the best of the worlds on defense, attack, and warriors perks and whatnot. But that's the thing. You can have this super strong bot, but that also doesn't mean it's a perfect fit for the meta or right now. In terms of looking for an attack sort of squad. So, but just we know how great he is. Throw an Amalgamus. You can switch up your combat a bit, how personalized you want to make it. But for me, he's a must-have on a war team, regardless.
And my seventh place is Smokescreen. I still think he's really viable, and I think I went from not using him to talking with yourself about options on how to take out build bots, and to going with
Yeah.
using Smokescreen for everything pretty much. But now going back to that, because point management is so hard, I feel like, without looking, I feel like he's dropped down the list a bit compared to what I had him before. Again, I haven't really looked at the
Yeah.
list, but I just think that I rated him very, very highly before, and now not as much. He's still good, still versatile, but a build bot, six ability points for each build bot. If you're taking out one, that's expensive. If you're taking out two, the more you take out, the cheaper he is.
Well,
Sure.
I mean, I feel like, for 3+0, you really can't go wrong. Just I think he allows you to path. Like, if you don't have XYZ bots and you've only got certain criteria, so you need to make that criteria work. Smokestring is someone
Yeah.
who can, cater towards maybe what you own versus what you need
Yeah,
to
I'd
chase.
agree with that. Yeah, because I have certain bots that can't quite one shot or are
Yeah.
quite inconsistent, and this guy's forgiving in that sense. So if I use six gun or I use say skid, it doesn't quite finish defense off, it starts to heal again. Bang, I could take it out. And I've had a few instances where I've tried to take a Liege core out with SG Jetfire and it's left a slither of health. And I've used Smokescreen, and I think thank God for that, because if that would have healed back up again, because obviously it's not destroyed it, because
Yeah.
it's been healed by a build bot or something while SG Jetfire is attacking it, and that's just kept that slither of health, and that's why Smokescreen is very forgiving.
The range too. The
Yeah,
range
yeah,
is just
yeah. Very
unmatchable.
good bot.
Yeah.
You make me think I should put it higher
Yeah.
now just by talking to you,
Yeah.
but
It'll be funny because he's not even on my list.
wow, yeah, we'll see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. It's This list is hard to curb to 10. It's like,
Mm,
yeah. Anyways,
interesting. And sixth place.
I've got Hot Rod.
Oh, interesting.
We talk about how the flexibility of Billbot cores. There's so many now, and people want to try and protect against everything, and you can't. You can't be spread so thin. So for me, I'm seeing a decline in the force field disruptor cores, and without that, bring on this guy, and a couple others to come. But yeah, just 16 seconds himself, and maybe someone you put out up front to take all the brunt of all attacks. If invincible, it's invincible, man. Like, it's just perfect.
And my sixth place is Slingshot. Yeah, I just think acid is huge in this meta right now. There's no anti-acid build bots. Yeah, good bot.
Decent cost, man. Like
Yeah.
there's nothing that's super wrong with the bot.
And your fifth place?
One of your favorites, Rook. Doesn't matter what team you run. Like I've converted more to damage now versus the stun.
And my fifth place is SG Jetfire.
That expensive guy.
It is expensive, but I just think that you need that sort of one shot to take them those single prime cores on a single defense out. Obviously not on shock towers, not on MDS covered by the shield gen. You take the shield gen out, but even the shield gen itself, with the upgrade that's coming to the shield gen itself, a lot of bots are going to struggle taking that out. I just think you need an option to take a key defense out, whatever that may be, and this is the only guy I think that can do it as a one shot.
And super high DPS, so keep that on a walk.
Yeah, mainstay in my team. Replace Jetfire with this guy, and although it's expensive and you kind of regret it, but it's essential, really.
Yeah, I mean, look, you're not jumping out Jetfire to knock out 3 to 4 defenses, right? You just
Yeah.
it's just a blend, and as you said, you need the odd typical one shot to take out something in the open, and yeah. Typically it's just your liege core.
Your fourth place.
One of your new to be favorites, Pipes.
Interesting.
Again, this comes down to two things. Acid, obviously converted his ability a little while back. It wasn't too still flashy back then. With the cost reduction helps. The warrior perks are just starting to add up now. And okay, all right, well, what else? And now, as I said, FFDs on the decline. This guy can't kill him. Yeah, throw this guy directly head on into a twin twist or a colligon. He ain't going anywhere. So yeah, may this guy's and then throw hot rod on him. So yeah, things like that. You start making some great combos and making life easy for yourself.
So here's a question that I've been sort of asking myself: Pipes versus Ironhide, much difference?
Slightly, only the acid versus the electric damage, basically, in a nutshell. So, you want that acid stop healing. That's what we're after. You know, for me, my setup is Bash Breaker, which is an acid combat. Put Liege on, and you know what? I can dash that guy directly into the defense Liege core, and just wipe that out. Got a decent dash range, protect my team, doesn't die, and that's what a frontline tank in HQ18.2 job is to do.
And my fourth place might surprise you. Is Pipes. The same sort of reason. I'm coming round to it slowly but surely, sadly, and it kills me to admit it because for so long I have said that I hate Russian warriors. But I've talked to you and you said, listen, you need to look at this. Look at a mutual friend of mine, and I should say, and he said, listen, you look at warriors. And I've talked to other people and they've said, you know what you're missing? You're missing a Russian warrior. And I'm like, all these people need to, they haven't got a clue what they're talking about. They need to get off this right now. But there's no denying that all these people are scoring 300 in wars.
I mean, this is just why we're talking about what bots are more fit for mana, and Pipes has just magically appeared on everyone's list, and I just don't think that's a coincidence. People just need to learn how to use him, and I think you're sick of me sending videos your way.
Yeah. If you enjoyed part 1 and want to see part 2, subscribe to the channel and never miss another video. Peace out.